Creating one-bar loops or simple loops for practice is going to be very powerful for you. Now you guys, you might be practicing some rhythm guitar parts. You might be saying, oh, I want to practice my mixolydian mode or my minor pentatonics. And the looper pedal is a great practice tool because number one, we can create a backing track for ourselves to jam over specifically for what we want it for. You know, you might be working on secondary dominance, for example. You can create those ideas in the pedal. It's basically your personal recording device anywhere you go, right, on the guitar, which is fantastic. So one of the great things to do is obviously you can set up a timing guide. You can then determine the parts that you want to layer and why you're doing that. So what I'm going to do is give you an idea of why I'm going to set up this one-bar phrase, if you like. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I want to practice my shuffle phrases as a lead guitarist, all right, and I want to work in the key of G or play over a G7 kind of vibe, all right. So I'm determining what I'm going to record and why first, because if I have a solid concept of what that is, then it's easier for me to execute that than if I'm playing by chance. Now, of course, there are times when you just want to improvise and have fun and go, cool, that was fun, I came up with a great part. But for practicing, define what it is you're trying to achieve. It'll be easy to achieve, and then you can get on with the task at hand, the practicing. All right, so here's my task. I want to practice my minor pentatonic, my G7 arpeggios, and maybe G mixolydian mode over a G7 groove. Okay, and I'm going to be playing a shuffle. So I've determined what that is. So what I'm going to do, my performance is going to show me putting down a scratch rhythm. Okay, and I'm going to be playing a shuffle scratch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a simple guitar part using sixths. So it will be a G6 chord. You know, we're going to have the and just sliding down to that F6 chord. And I'm going to be playing that over the shuffle. And I'm also going to put down a single note guitar part. I'll just show you what that is. Okay, and you can hear their one-bar phrases. So you're going to hear me put down the scratch rhythm. Then I'm going to layer in the single note part, which is kind of a bass line, if you like. Then I'm going to play the chordal part on top of that, and then I'll start improvising. All right, so my purpose is I'm going to be jamming over a G7 type of vibe with a shuffle feel. Okay, so let's go to the performance. You'll see me execute all of these parts in sequence. All right, so watch how I approach my in points, my out points, and maybe the application of what I'm trying to achieve, my one-bar G7 type of groove. Okay, let's go to that.